Hey guys, welcome back to Sudoku Maniacs. So hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to first of all thank you all to the subscribers because the last few days have really seen a huge increase in the number of subscribers. So I'm going to assume that you all are liking the content, and I hope I can live up to your expectations. So coming back to today's Sudoku, now this is a very special one for me. And the reason is one, I've never featured a classic killer Sudoku that is without any other variant rule attached to it. And secondly, this killer Sudoku has been created by a 15-year-old whiz kid, Nityant Agarwal. He's a new entrant in the Sudoku field in India, and the kid has been exceptional in creating some really good Sudokus. I mean, some of them have been really outstanding and awesome. And I had specifically asked him to create a killer Sudoku, which would be tricky yet easily solvable. And believe me when I say he did not disappoint me. If you wish to solve the Sudoku online, I have provided a link in the description of the video so you can go ahead and try it out on your own. The rules of the killer Sudoku are the rules of classic Sudoku apply, and additionally a few cages are marked on the grid with dotted lines. What it means is the digits in the cages will always add up to the number that is mentioned in the top left corner of that specific cage. So when I look at the last two cells in column 9, what it means is the two digits that come here will add up to the number 11. Alright, and digits do not repeat inside a cage. Now, a few things that I would like to highlight before we start solving it. There are a few things we should always remember when you're solving a killer Sudoku. The first and foremost is the rule of 45. What it means is, now we know that in any given row, column, or a 3 by 3 box, digits do not repeat. So we will have the digits 1 to 9 in any order. Now when we add up all these numbers, that is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 till 9, they will always add up to 45. So if I were to say the sum of row 1 will be 45, every row will be 45, sum of each box, I mean sum of all the digits in each box will be 45, and the same applies for a column. This helps us a lot, especially when I look at these three cages. Say for example here this is 14 plus 8 plus 6, correct? That is 14 plus 14 is 28. So what it means is the remaining two cells in that box, because all these three cages are confined to box 3, will add up to 17, correct? And there are a few sums which will have only one possible pair or a triple number. For example, the maximum digit is 9, so, and the next digit would be 8, right? So 9 plus 8 is 17. So the maximum number I can have within a cage of two cells will be 17, and they will always be 8 and 9. Similarly, for the least numbers that I can have are 1 and 2. So wherever I see a cage, two cell cage with sum 3, it will always be 1 and 2. So these are a few combinations that we need to remember always. So a cage of 3, a minimum sum would be 1 plus 2 plus 3, right, which is 6. Similarly, cage of 3, maximum sum would be 9 plus 8 plus 7, which would be 24. So I'm just highlighting these because these tips kind of play a very important role in solving a killer Sudoku. So why don't we just start solving this and see? All right. So now, as we were discussing, these three cages add up to 28. So these remaining two will be 45 minus 28, which is 17. And just like we discussed, two cells adding up to 17 will always be 8 and 9. Correct? Now, I have a 14, 13 and 11. So the best way is always to look for the cages that are confined to within one constraint, which could be the box, row or a column. So 13 plus 14 is 27 plus 11 is 38. 45 minus 38 is 7, which means these three numbers have to be 7. And since these are in the same row, they obviously the digit cannot repeat. And the minimum numbers are 1, 2 and 4. There is no other option for 3 digits. So we can safely place 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. These add up to 7. So this 7 and this 14 together equal 21. Again, for the row I require 45. So these three numbers will be 45 minus 21, which is 24. And like we discussed, three numbers adding up to 24 have to be 7, 8 and 9, which makes these 3, 5, 6 as the last three digits for the row. Good so far? Now we have two 11s here. Now for 11, two numbers adding up to 11, I can have a combination of 9 and 2, 8 and 7, 8 and 3, 7 and 4, 5 and 6. So basically I have four combinations, of which two will fit in here, correct? How do we go ahead? Now comes the tricky part. When I look at these three cells, right? Or rather these 7, 8 and 9. Now what it means is, let's assume this was a 7. So these would be 8 and 9, correct? And that's just an assumption, which means 9, 2, 8, 3 cannot be here. So I will have the combinations 4 and 7 or 5 and 6. Or if this were a 9, then this would be 7, 8. So I can't have a 7, 4, 8, 3, but I'll have 9, 2, 5, 6. What I'm trying to say here is, whichever number is here, the other two from the combination will not be part of the 11 sum, right? So assuming if this, I was to say this was an x, so x will be definitely part of this sum of 11 along with the 5 and 6. Alright, so I know for sure 5 and 6 will be one of these, so let me just place them here, which means this cannot be a 5, 6 and that will be a 3, which makes this a pair of 5 and 6, and this was one of the breakthroughs inside here in this. If this were a 5, 6, for 13, what are the combinations that we have? We have 4 and 9, 8 and 5, 6 and 7, three combinations. But 8, 5 and 6, 7 cannot be possible because the 5 and 6 are logged here. So this has to be a 4 and a 9, which means 9 cannot be here. 9 would be logged in these two cells. Correct? So since with the 3 here, I cannot have a 8, 3 here. Correct? So which means the 8 also will have to be here with the 9 and this becomes my 7. So this will be 4, 7, 4, 7. So my 11 would be formed by 4, 7 and 5, 6. Correct? The remaining two digits for the box are 1 and 2. We got a 4, 9 here. So we can eliminate the 4 from here. And if the 4 is being eliminated here, we can eliminate the 7s from there. Clear? So now 7 is logged in row 9. By classic rules, this is a 7. 7 is logged here. 7 has to be in these three. But 7 cannot be here because for 14 I would require 7 plus 7 and that's simply not possible. So my 7 is logged here, and since the Sum is 13. This will be a pair of 6 and 7. For 14, it can be 6 and 8 or 5 and 9. I cannot have two sevens because even if they were in different rows or columns, the digit cannot repeat in a cage. So this will be 5 and 9, but with the 9 here, that's my 5 and the 6. So I think we can eliminate the 5s from here and the 6s from here. So this is a pair of 6, 7 with a 5. And the last digit here are for the box 3 and 8, which leaves a pair of 1 and 2 here. Correct? Now with this 7, this sum of these three cells is 14. I got a 7, so these two have to add up to 7 again. So I can eliminate the 2 from here because if this were a 2, I would require a 5, which is just not possible. So this can be, if this is a 1, this can be a 6. If this is a 4, this can be a 3. Correct? Now when I look at this, these three cells add up to 14 and these two add up to 7, which is 21. And these two are adding up to 14 again, which is 35. Means these two will add up to 10. Correct? I cannot have a 1 9. I can have 2 3 4 6 7 8. 2 3 4 6 7 8. It can be any combination. All right. So now let's look at box 1. 7 plus 10 is 17 plus this is again 10. Correct? That's 27, which means 45 minus 27 is 18. So these three cells add up to 18. 18 plus 11 is 29. So these will add up to 16. If these are 16 and these three are 14. So assuming if this was a 9, these two will add up to 7 and I'll have a 7 here. But if this was an 8, this would add up to 8 and that would be a 6. So I know for sure these two numbers will have to be between 6 and 7. So this is how we use the constraint of the sum to eliminate the possibilities. Alright. Similarly, let's look at column 7. This is 1, 2 and 3, which adds up to 6. And with the 20 given here, the sum of these 6 cells is 26, means these have to be 19. Correct? These three add up to 19, but these three add up to 14, which means if this were a 9, these two will add up to 10. Correct. 19 minus, sorry, 9. If that were a 9, these two would add up to 10. This would be a 4. If this were an 8, this would add up to 11 and this would be a 3. So now again we have identified one more, or rather eliminated quite a few possibilities and came down to only two options for this cell. But here comes the second twist of this puzzle. Assume if this was a 4, I require a sum of 10, right, to complete the sum of 14. Now for the sum of 10, it can be either 1 9, 2 8, 3 7. For this box, I can't have a 4 6 because we already got a 4. But for all these remaining three combinations, 1, 2 and 3 are already logged in column 7. So I cannot have any combination that will fulfill the sum of 10 for these two numbers. Right? Hence this cannot be a 4, this will be a 3, which means this becomes my 8 and a 9. And we knew this was 16, right? 9 plus 3 is 12. This is my 4. 3 plus 4 is 7. This will be a 7, which gives me 5, 6, 9, which add up to 20. And I see that I have all the 9 digits for the column. So we are on the right track. And this is how we use the constraints and the sum of 45 or the rule of 45 to eliminate possibilities in a kilojoule. Now for two digits adding up to 6, they can be either 1 and 5 or 2 and 4. 2 and 4 is not possible. We got the 4 in the box, so this has to be 1, 5, which leaves the options of 2 and 6. Correct? So we can eliminate 2 and 6 from here, and the counterpart 8 and 4 can be taken out from here. Correct? Now 7 also we got, so we can eliminate the 7 and the 3 from there, because these two always have to add up to 10. Next. Okay. 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot be here, so 9 has locked in these 4 cells here in box 1, but 9 can never be part of a sum, right, of 7. So we know for sure this will be my 1 9, giving me the 10, but with the 1 logged in column 1, that's my 9 and a 1. So I guess we can eliminate the 1 from here as well. What next? By classic rules, 1 1 1 is logged in this, but the sum is 11. So I require the other two numbers to add up to 10. So with the 1 gone, I can't have a 1 9 obviously. 3 and 4 are here, so I can't have a 3 7 or 4 6. So the only option left are 1 2 and 8. So this will be 1 2 8, 1 2 8 and 1 2 8. Alright. Sum of 11, 9 and 2, but that's not possible because 9 is there. 8 and 3 again is not possible because of this 8. 7 and 4 are possible, so this is a 7, this can be a 4 with a 7. Again 5 and 6 are not possible because the 5 is logged in row 1. So we know for sure this is the only option that we have here. Now what more? 7, so I can eliminate the 7 from here and the 3. So now for sure the 7 is logged in this 14. Alright, let's see how best we can go. Okay, 3 cannot be here, it cannot be here, so 3 has to be part of this cage, and since it's a sum of 7, this has to be 3 4, which eliminates the 4, and then this 6 goes out, because as if you remember, these two have to add up to 10, and with this 3 4, this is, sorry, 3 and a 4 here, and the last digit here would be a 6. So this is a 6 7 5 6 7 5 6 7 with the sum of 18, and we are right on track. 4 cannot be here, 3 4, so this is not a 3, that's an 8, and this becomes a 3. Good, good. Now what next? All right, this box we haven't looked at. 11 plus 20 is 31, plus 9 is 40, which means these two have to add up to 5. The options are 1 and 4 or 2 and 3. I can't have a 4 here, so this can only be a 1 for the, and this will be a 4, along with 2 3 and 2 3. Not much of a headway, but still okay. Row 5, I have a 20. This is a 9, this is a 9, which adds up to 18 plus 20, 38. Means these two cells have to add up to 9, sorry, 7. So I can eliminate the 9 because 9. And if this is a 5 6, this has to be 1 and 2. But I've already got a 2, so this has to be a 1, which makes this a 6. So I get a pair. Alright. Oh, we got a 1, right? So this becomes a 4. This is my 3. That's a 2 and that's a 1. So this is again a 6 7. So if I remove this 3 from here, I can remove the 2 from there, because if this is a 2, this will be a 3. If this is a 1, this would be a 4 for the sum of 5. But that gives me a pair of 1 and 2 here, so this becomes an 8. Tick, 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 tick. 9 cannot be this, 9 cannot be, so 9 has to be logged in this sum of 20. Right? Oh, we got this 9, right? So this is, sorry, 8, and that will be my 9. 8, 8, 8 has to be here. Alright, let's look at this 3. This 3 cannot be here, correct? It cannot be a part of this cage because to get the sum of 9, I would require the 6 to be along with 3. So the 3 is not here, it's not here, it's not here. This is the only place for the 3. So this becomes a 4. That's my 1, 2, 1 and 2. And I have 1, 3 and 8 remaining. 1 and 8 are here. So that's a 3. That becomes a 1, 8. We can eliminate the 8s from here. This was 3, 5 and 9. So that's my 5, 9. 5, 9, 5, 9 with the 3. Now that we got this 1, 6 is not there. So this is my 6. 6 cannot be here. It can't be here. So this is a 6 with a 5. So 5, 5. That's my 5 with a 9, 3. Now for the sum of 9, I can have a 1 and 8. Not possible. 2 and 7 is possible. 3, 6, not possible. 4, 5, not possible. So the only option I have is 2 and a 7, which makes this 1 and a 2. That becomes my 8 and a 1. So 8, 8, that's my 8. 3 and 9 to complete the box, and 8, 9, 3 add up to 20, so we are good. This becomes a 9 and a 3. So this becomes a 4 and a 9. Now here I require 2, 4, 5, 7. 2, 7 will be one set to add up to 9, 4, 5. 5 is logged here, so this has to be a set of 2 and 7, and this becomes my 4, 5. But we got a 4 here, so that's a 5, that's a 4, means this is a 6 and a 7. And by classic rules, this would be 2, 9, the remaining numbers. 8, so this is a 6, 8, 7, 8. Oh, 6 cannot be here, so that's 6, 7 and an 8. So that becomes my 6, 7 here. So we seem to be making good progress. Now we got a 5, 5. So that's my 9, that's 5. So that becomes a 2 and this becomes a 9. The last digit 1. So that becomes a 5 and a 1, which makes this a 4, 5, 6 and 7 to complete the sum of 11. That makes this a 2 and a 7. So that's a 6 and a 2. And the final 8 and a 4. Okay, no, oh, 7 is here. So that's a 7 and a 6. And yes, the system says we are correct. I mean, this was simply a wonderful construct by a 15-year-old kid, you know. I mean, I have seen some real stalwarts creating puzzle which have been mind-boggling, but this kid, Nityant, is on an amazing track right now, and in a few years, believe me when I say he's going to be one of the forces to be reckoned with. So awesome job, Nityant. I really, really appreciate you taking time out to create this Sudoku. And I am actually thankful to you that you did not take my suggestion negatively when I asked you to create a normal variant and make it interesting. I mean, you took it positively, so thank you for that as well. And your patience, or rather, our patience paid off, and you really came up with a wonderful Sudoku here. So good job, keep it up. And if you guys have enjoyed this video and the puzzle, do like and share it with your friends. Let the world know of this 15-year-old whiz kid and the kind of Sudokus that he can create. So hopefully I'll see you guys again. So till the next time, happy solving.